Wilson. He's going to run. Now he lands with the ball. That's what I'm talking about. A hands-up play by Russell Wilson. He is money. We have a star in our midst. Russell looks over the top. He's got a man. McKinnon. Touchdown. Game is over. Seahawks win.
Russell Wilson threw 3 touchdown passes last night to lead the Seahawks to a huge win over the Eagles. Eric Dickerson is back with us. Eric, should Wilson be an MVP candidate?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, what does MVP stand for? Most valuable player or most valuable person? In this case, it'd be most valuable Russell, MBR.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, without Russell Wilson, this team is a 500 team. I mean, they have an aging defense. They have no running game. The offensive line is not that good. They've got an upgrade with Brown this year. That's why the Rams always play them so tough, because of the offensive line. The receivers are okay, but when you have a quarterback that can extend a play, and he really can extend a play a long time, it's hard to cover him. I mean, and he makes it very difficult. He's like a Steve Young. He's like a Fran Tarkington.
Michael Vick, he all
of them. I mean, it's like Sam Warfare. He's everywhere. I mean, Russell Wilson is everywhere on that football field. Yesterday, the pitch out he did to Mike Davis, I mean, that was just heads up. That's heads up football.
It was illegal? Yeah.
Even though it was illegal. But
it was for a pass. Wait.
But did it count?
No.
Did it count?
Why didn't Doug
Peterson have a challenge?
Why didn't he challenge?
But did it
I
count?
thought he was the coach of the best team. I don't know what happened.
Did it count?
Come on, Doug.
Did it?
Wake up.
Skip.
Did it count?
You see what he do?
Did it count?
Why you That's a crucial moment in the game.
But did it count?
Huh?
Did it play?
It counted?
There we go. Yeah. That's what I wanted to hear. The next play was a touchdown by Russell Wilson. You just have to say that this guy, without him on this football team, they are really probably a bad football team, to be honest with you. So most definitely, he is in the MVP runners, if he's not the MVP, because I mean, I think he's on pace to have 4,300 yards passing. In the fourth quarter, he's thrown 14 touchdowns, 15 touchdowns. Yep. So, I mean, I know you like Carson Wentz. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, I got it.
He used to. No,
I still do. I have Russell third, but I'm not sure that any team is more dependent on a quarterback than what Seattle is dependent on him. Skip, they have 30 total touchdowns. Russell Wilson's counted for 29 of them. Skip, that's unheard of. They have 30 as a team. Russell Wilson is accounted for 29 of them. And what he does, if you watch them play, only about 10% of what they do is actually scripted. Everything else is off script. Everything else is improvisation. There's no way you could, okay, you're going to get a blitz from this side. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to step up, and this guy's going to almost get you, and I want you to spin out and roll to your left, and then I want you to throw. Everything that he does, Skip, nothing is really on script. And it's tough to play someone like that. This is why you get all those holding calls, because the defensive back is in perfect position. But then Russell starts scrambling. They start doing scrambling drills. And so instead of you giving up a touchdown, you grab the guy. Why wouldn't you? And so now you get a holding call. There's no question about it. And he's going to get a lot of votes for the MVP. I have him third now behind Wentz, Brady. But for me, he just leapfrogged Drew Brees.
Did he?
Yes.
It feels like, to you, he leapfrogged all the way to the top because you keep trying to argue unsuccessfully Wentz over Brady, and now you're suddenly saying, oh, Russell Wilson's joined the conversation now.
Oh, you don't think he has?
Because you're a prisoner of last night's moment. You know, if I look at big body of work, and I agree with you, he's very valuable to them, just the way Tom Brady is extremely valuable to a pretty average football team up in New England has been decimated by injuries, especially at wide receiver. But I look at what Russell Wilson has done, and he's had 5 sub-50 QBRs so far this year, scale 0 to 100. So you're sub-50, you're below average. He had a below average against your team, and your team made a throw into the end zone that should have won the game.
No, we didn't.
And you
hot
didn't.
Dubs, the hot L.
Dubs and the hot L.
Joey, what you want today?
I had a delicious W yesterday, if you remember.
That's true.
So
Big, delicious.
What about
it was
Saturday?
A big one.
What'd you have Saturday
night? With a big cherry on top.
You had a big old L Saturday night. Them hurricanes.
She might have had a hurricane.
Yeah.
Okay. So my point is, when you look at body of work, I still don't think it's even close because Tom Brady even went into a tough environment yesterday in the wind up in Buffalo against a pretty good defense that plays him very well. and he did a number on them. He just keeps doing it. He's got offensive line
that
beat up.
defense that New Orleans hung 300 yards rushing on, and they put 47 points. That defense.
Yeah, that's a good young coordinator.
Look, when you say MVP, without Russell Wilson, this team is nowhere.
500, they ain't even close to 500.
I'll even say with Tom Brady. I mean, with him and Tom Brady for sure right there. Like I said, I think this year, without Tom Brady, the Patriots would be in trouble. Now, if they had Garoppolo, I think they would still be okay. I still believe in the system that they have in New England. I still believe Tom Brady's great, but I do like the system that they have in place because they've been doing it for so long. But in Seattle, without Russell Wilson, they have no
beating Philly.
They have nothing. I mean, really, look at it. They have nothing. Take Russell Wilson off that. Just kind of imagine if you can. They can't. But
Skip, when's the last time you heard him mention Eddie Lacy's name?
He overweight all the time.
I mean, think about it, Skip.
Now they're going with that McKissick.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
And he's more receiver.
Johnny Davis. I don't even know who these guys are.
Exactly.
I almost forgot that. Who leads the team in rushing?
Russ.
Who's even passing? Russ.
I mean, the dude has 29 of their 30 total touchdowns. That's unheard of.
That's what I'm saying.
And whose team does your team have to play in a couple of weeks up in Seattle? And who might be buttering up Russell Wilson ahead of that, just to make sure you don't say anything that would incite.
I don't have to play the game, so I don't care.
Yeah. But you got to watch.
I'll say what I want to say. I'll be there to watch the football game.
You can't be completely honest, because then it would be Eric Dickerson said this about
I still think we're
Russell
going to beat them and see. I'm going to that football game.
Are you predicting that?
I'm saying we're going to beat them. I'm saying we're going to beat them. Let's go there.
But, Skip, I mean, it's hard for him not to be in the MVP discussion, considering how valuable he is not only to the offense, but to their defense. And as you mentioned Cliff Averill out. You mentioned Cam Chancellor out.
Richard Sherman out.
So, Russell.
I got it.
And if he doesn't play great, they don't win. He has to play great every game, because there have been some of those 50 QBR games that they won because of his improvisational skills at the end of the ball game.
So what I want to get through my head, Mr. Dickerson,
Yes,
is
sir.
that I needed the Seattle Seahawks to get beaten last night because they're in the wild card chase. You think they're still in the division hunt, but with my Dallas Cowboys, I needed them to fall to 7-5 because he has been telling me that the MVP is Wentz in a lifetime. Walk it to him, Wentz. And last night, he was fumble it to him, Wentz, right at the goal line.
He had a bad game, Skip.
He had a terrible game. So did he not take a big step back in MVP?
Well, he didn't have a terrible game. He had, 385 yards?
Yeah,
he only had 340.
He threw like 200 in garbage time. He had 45 at halftime.
Yeah, garbage time. What's Dak been doing?
Three points at
Don't they
halftime?
go on
Stat?
Don't they go
Yeah,
stats?
yeah. When you
I just want
add
to
your stats, it's like LeBron points.
It's like
Don't do that, Skip.
It's like the
Well, it
Patriots
is.
playing the Bills.
Just padding
It's like
the
the
stats.
Patriots playing the Bills. That is a bad division.
Yeah.
I mean, golly, they should win that division. How many times they won it? 8, 10?
800.
Shoot,
800.
that's a bad. I mean, you're playing nobody.
So Carson Wentz fumbles it away.
Yeah.
He misses a 4th and 3 throw that he should have just like walked it to him and handed it to Barner.
You saw the
He
blitz.
was
Tom
on
never
for a
missed a goal.
touchdown.
Tom
Yeah.
never missed a
Oh, well, so why, if you don't mind me asking, why was the offensive coordinator yelling at Tom Brady yesterday?
Because he missed one throw.
Oh,
Hey.
there we go.
What was the final score of that game?
They lost.
Oh,
Seattle was the
they
battle
won
of.
convincingly because of number 12.
It was battle of the birds.
They playing the Bills.
Yeah, so you got
The
Tyrod
Bills.
Taylor. You get Tyrod Taylor get hurt, and now you get Nathan Peterman. Nathan Peterman. The only Nathan Nathan Hot Dog. But that's okay. Skip.
So
it happens.
So you understand that the MVP race goes week to week, and your guy just took a gigantic step backward.
I did not.
And you
Skip.
have to drop him down. You should have said he's second to Brady first.
No. Who has more touchdowns?
Well, come on, 20. What is it now? 26 to 3 for Tom Brady.
26-3, 26-4, or 29-6. We still the second leading scorer in offense in the NFL. We have a 10-2 record also.
I picked up on that. Did you play for the Eagles?
No.
So Tom Brady had a
runner.
Tom Brady had a QBR yesterday of 63 on the road at Buffalo, and Carson Wentz had a 54.
Hold on. So are you saying? Hold on. I just so me and ED can hear this. So are you saying Buffalo's defense is better than Seattle?
No Richard Sherman, no Cam, no
Are you?
Averill.
Oh, come on.
And
Really?
Who's defensive?
Bunch of kids
right
out
now.
there.
If they vote for defensive player of the year, who winning? Bobby Wagner, the best linebacker. Oh!
That. I think it should be Sean Lee. I think he's proven to be the most valuable defensive player.
Oh, my God.
We got to leave it there. Eric, thanks for joining us. Ben McAdoo is out in New York. We'll discuss that
Here
next.
we go.
The key fab doesn't work anymore?
Nope.